Can you let me know when we are there?
거기 다 왔을 때 좀 알려주시겠어요?
Can you let me know when the bus arrives? Can you let me know when to get off? Can you let me know when we pass the museum? Can you let me know when we get to the airport? Can you let me know if I need to transfer? Can you let me know the schedule? Can you tell me when I get to the city hall?
시청에 도착하면 좀 알려주시겠어요?
Can you tell me which exit to Main Street? Can you tell me where I am on this map? Can you tell me where the bus stop is? Can you tell me what time the last train leaves? Can you tell me how much the fare is to downtown? Can you tell me when to get off? Can you tell me the way to the station? Could you just let me out at the next light?
다음 신호에서 내릴게요.
Could you let me out at the corner? Could you let me out in front of that building? Could you let me out over there? Could you let me out here? Could you let me out past the intersection? Could you let me out at the subway station? Could you open the trunk?
트렁크 좀 열어주시겠어요?
Could you pull over here, please? Could you open the door? Could you reset the meter? Could you put my luggage in the trunk? Could you turn down the air conditioner? Could you turn up the air conditioner? Could you help me find the subway station?
지하철역이 어디 있는지 좀 도와주실래요?
Could you help me find Queens Plaza Station on the subway map? Could you help me find this address? Could you help me find the subway station? Could you help me with my luggage? Could you help me with the door? Could you help me with the stroller? Can you show me where we are now?
지금 우리가 어디에 있는지 좀 보여주실래요?
Could you show me on the map? Could you show me the way to the station? Could you show me the nearest station? Could you show me your ID card? Could you show me how to get to the station? Could you show me where the exit is? Do I need a reservation?
예약이 필요한가요?
Do I need an ID to buy this pass? Do I need a reservation for the express train? Do I need to get off at the next stop? Do I need to take a taxi to get there? Do I need to go straight this way? Do I need to cross the street for the subway station? Do I need to turn left for the museum? Do I have to transfer to another bus?
다른 버스로 갈아타야 하나요?
Do I have to transfer to line 4 at the next station? Do I have to transfer to the green line? Do I have to transfer to a taxi to get to the hotel? Do I have to transfer to the airport express? Do I have to get off here? Do you happen to have a one-day pass?
혹시 1일권 있나요?
Do you happen to know how often the 105 bus comes? Do you happen to know where the taxi stand is? Do you happen to know where I can buy a transport card? Do you happen to know how often the airport shuttle runs? Do you happen to know how to get to the British Museum from here? Do you mind driving by that huge building?
저 큰 건물 거쳐서 가주실 수 있나요?
Do you mind stopping by a convenience store? Do you mind waiting for a few minutes? Do you mind taking the faster route? Do you mind turning down the radio? Do you mind turning down the AC? Do you mind turning up the heater? Does this bus go to Central Park?
이 버스 센트럴파크 가요?
Does this bus go to the City Hall? Does this bus stop at the 5th Avenue? Does this bus run 24 hours? Does this bus come every 10 minutes? Does this bus go to downtown? Does this bus go to the airport? How can I get to the Hyatt Hotel?
하얏트 호텔에 어떻게 가나요?
How can I get to the train station? How can I get to the nearest subway station? How can I get to the ferry terminal? How can I get to the main entrance? How can I get to the bus stop for line 402? How do I get there?
거기 어떻게 가요?
How do I get there on foot? How do I get there the fastest way? How do I get there before 10 p.m.? How do I get there if I miss the shuttle? How do I get there through the underground passage? How far is it to the hotel?
호텔까지 얼마나 멀어요?
How far is it to the airport from this hotel? How far is it to the city center by foot? How far is it from here to the taxi stand? How far is the nearest convenience store? How far is the nearest train station? How long does it take to get there on foot?
걸어서 거기에 가는데 얼마나 걸리나요?
How long does it take to walk to the city center? How long does it take to get there by bus? How long does it take from Terminal 1 to Terminal 2? How long will it take to walk there? How long will it take to get my luggage? How long has it been since the last one came?
방금 전 거, 버스, 지하철, 간지 얼마나 됐나요?
How long has it been since the shuttle departed? How long has it been since the last bus left? How long has it been since you saw the airport bus? How long has it been since the tour guide headed to the exit? How long has it been since the ferry started boarding? How long is the wait?
얼마나 기다려야 하나요?
How long is the wait for a taxi? How long is the layover in Singapore? How long is the stopover at this station? How long is the ride to the city center? How long is the wait for the airport shuttle? How many more stops is it to Lexington Avenue?
렉싱턴가까지 몇 정거장 더 가야 하나요?
How many more stops is it to Times Square? How many stops are there until the city center? How many blocks do I have to walk? How many people are in your party? How many tickets would you like? How much are tickets for adults?
성인 요금은 얼마예요?
How much is a daily pass? How much is a monthly pass? How much is a weekly pass? How much is the admission fee? How much is the fare to the airport? How much are tickets for children? How much does it cost to go downtown?
시내 가는 요금이 얼마인가요?
How much does it cost to go to the hotel? How much does it cost to go to Victoria by bus? How much does a taxi to the airport cost? How much does a round-trip ticket cost? How much does the price increase on weekends? How often does the train come?
그 기차는 얼마나 자주 오나요?
How often does the bus run? How often does the airport shuttle run on weekends? How often does the subway run during rush hour? How often does the ferry run in the morning? How often does the train run late at night? I need a one-way ticket to Flushing.
플러싱행 편도 한 장 주세요.
I need a round-trip ticket to Hugh. I need a refund for this ticket. I need a taxi with a large trunk. I need to be on the Green Line. I need to get off at the next stop. I need to buy a travel card first. I would like to buy a one-day travel card.
나는 편도 교통카드를 사고 싶어요.
I would like to take a cab. I would like to take a taxi. I'd like to go to 1456 West Washington Street. I'd like to make a reservation for 2 at 7. I'd like to pick up the car in LA and drop it off in Vegas. I'd like a doggy bag, please. I'd like a ticket to Paris. We'd like a table by the window, please. Is it far from here?
여기에서 먼가요?
Is it within walking distance? Is it close enough to walk? Is a parking space available? Is the subway schedule the same on the weekends as weekdays? Is it a long walk to the station? Is it better to take the subway? Is it free to use the shuttle? Is this seat taken?
여기 자리 있나요?
Is this the bus to Times Square? Is this the right platform for the airport? Is this the right stop for the Museum of Modern Art? Is this the train to Oxford? Is this the bus to Times Square? Is this exit right for the museum? Is this train correct for London? Is there a dining car?
식당차가 있습니까?
Is there a discount for seniors? Is there a discount for students? Is there a shuttle bus to the hotel? Is there a subway station near here? Is there a train to Miami in the evening? Is there a direct train that goes to London? Is there any way around this traffic? Is it across from the bank?
거기가 은행 맞은편인가요?
Is it just around the corner? Is it on the right side of the street? Is it on the corner of 5th Avenue and Main Street? Is this bus heading downtown? Is this bus bound for the airport? Is the convenience stores at the corner? Please leave me at the City Hall.
시청에서 내려주세요.
Please take me to the Marriott Hotel in downtown Chicago. Please take me to the Ramada Inn on Oak Street. Please take me to this address. Please tell me how to get to the museum. Please show me on the map. Please drop me off at the next corner. Please wait for me for a minute. Turn left at the corner.
모퉁이에서 좌회전하세요.
Turn right at the next traffic light. Keep right at the fork in the road. Go straight for 2 blocks. Cross the street at the crosswalk. Keep right at the fork in the road. Walk to your left for 3 blocks. Walk along this street for 5 minutes. What time does the last bus to Paris leave?
파리로 가는 막차, 마지막 버스가 몇 시인가요?
What time does the earliest bus to Paris leave? What time does the museum close? What time does the museum open? What time does the next bus to Paris leave? What time does the train start? What time does the next train leave? What time is the last train?
막차가 몇 시예요?
What track is for Montreal? What is the easiest and fastest way to the Hyatt Hotel? What is that place? What is the next stop? What are the museum hours? When does the next bus come?
다음 버스 언제 와요?
When does the subway start running in the morning? When does the subway stop running? When does the museum open? When does the museum close? When is the museum close? When is the last subway tonight? When is the earliest train to Miami? Where is the department store?
백화점은 어디인가요?
Where is the nearest subway station? Where is the Hyatt Hotel? Where is the nearest bank? Where is the nearest pharmacy? Where is the nearest restroom? Where can I buy a ticket?
표는 어디서 사나요?
Where can I find a gift shop? Where can I get a cab? Where can I get a taxi? Where can I take a taxi? Where can I catch the airport shuttle? Where can I charge my transit card? Where can I leave my luggage? Where do I find the bus to Dublin City Hall?
더블린 시청 가는 버스 어디서 타나요?
Where do I get off for the National Museum? Where do I wait for the hotel shuttle? Where do the buses to the London Eye leave from? Where does this train go to? Where does the tour begin? Where should I transfer to go to the City Hall? Which bound subway do I have to take?
어느 방향 지하철을 타야 하나요?
Which bus goes to Repulse Bay? Which direction should I go after getting off? Which line should I take to go to Wall Street? Which side is the way to City Hall, the left or the right? Which way is the Hyatt Hotel? You'd better take a taxi.
택시를 타고 가시는 게 좋겠어요.
You'd better check the subway map again. You'd better watch your step on the stairs. You'd better buy the tickets in advance. You'd better not walk alone in this area at night. You'd better not forget your transit card. Had I better call a taxi now?